Welcome to Crimson Guitars, welcome to the 90-hour build, the Complication, and I am in the final throes of this build. I'm kidding myself. Not quite there yet. Alright, I am today going to do some of the final bits of actual honest-to-goodness guitar building. I need to make that fit into that. I need to sort out the tuner positions and all that jazz, and I've slightly modified this headstock, so the current template is not valid, so we're gonna have to work that out. In the process of sorting the neck out, we're gonna have to also figure out the neck break angle and figure out how it's gonna work with the bridge. Obviously the bridge is gonna be raised up on posts and things. I still have no idea whatsoever at all what I'm going to do with the other end of the strings. It could be through body stringing, fiddling in through there. It could be some sort of a tunematic, or potentially even, and as the guitar was originally designed, a tailpiece of some sort. I also do need to, I'm not going to one-handedly move all of that, sort out the backplate, which is going to be a piece of maple. So, on with the build. Okay. Make this a bit higher than an average tunematic. Because I'm going to have to, really. I could carve more away, but I don't want to. That should leave me a good 4 or 5 millimeters to play with. So off to the bandsaw. Smells very nice. Whew, suddenly smaller, and I obviously need to do a whole hell of a lot more carving. Let's start with the plane. Good joint, doesn't always happen. Pretty close. I want to angle that back just a little bit further. It's not putting any pressure on this. Hold on, word to the wise. Bridge is in place. Now we know where it goes. We don't need this. I'm rather happy. Can you tell? Okay. So I need to take off a little bit here, or possibly do a little bit more fitting so this central section is a bit lower. And that's not an issue. So yeah, a little bit of finessing, which is a whole hell of a lot less finessing than I thought would be the case at this stage. All right, so I left it a little bit thick. That's 24.5. That is near as damn it 26 millimeters. So I need to take that down a fraction. It's comfortable, but it's big. And then do a load of carving down this end. So, well. We got a guitar. Adjust. Yeah, well, I'm having fun. Are you? Onto the tuners. I may need to thin that out a little bit. I don't want to, on some of our headstocks we have those two just slightly off true, which gives you a more aesthetically pleasing look without affecting the tuning stability too much. But we'll see. Let's drill this. That works. So I've got a wedge-shaped headstock here, and I'm lining my holes up with the top pretty much. I am very confident. I'm fairly confident in my ability to drill straight. Yeah, now that I mention it, I'm less so, of course. But I will go back later with a pillar drill from either side. So drill with a 10mm center point bit from the top and from the back. It'll meet in the middle, and then we'll see where we're at. There we go. Do you know what? I'm not going to bother with a pillar drill. Best practice is to use a pillar drill. And that is, and if this was a flat headstock, I would, i.e. if it didn't go from 16mm there to 13mm there. So I'm going to drill part way through. Now the last thing I want to do is rip out of the back, because that would destroy things. Now the other thing is with a larger bit, I can essentially self-center myself based on where it's cutting as I start. So you see where it's cutting, adjust so that you're square, and then carry on. I'm trying not to go all the way through because the twist on this particular drill bit pulls it through quite violently. So I'm going to go through with a normal twist drill on the ones where I haven't gone all the way through. But hey, we'll get there. So I'm starting it with a very, very nice, fine, sharp center bit and finishing with a normal twist. You can see the difference there. I'd say that worked out rather well. Love this bit. It's up to you whether I mean the tea break or the year-plus long project coming together finally. Bit of wood and some templates. It's a bit big, which is perfect. Well. Yeah, pretty much every single little bit of this build is now in place. We have the outer layer of heavily carved incredibleness, a body, a backplate, the neck is done. The only thing we're missing is a cage for the headstock. Because it needs something. Don't you think? I do. I really, really do. There's still so much to do. Backplate. Let's play around with a backplate first. It really needs a good chisel, a good big chisel. What I have planned is fairly simple. Well, there's a shiny. So I've got a couple of brass, maybe bronze discs. What I want to do is have them inlaid halfway up the height of that recess in two places. Or have them inlaid into this, which will probably be a lot easier, to be frank. Yes, that. I'm going to inlay them into this and have slots in here. And then when it comes to insert the back plate, this will just slide in and be held in place, like so. Now I will probably need a couple of neodymium magnets, there and there, to hold this end down. Probably. Let's say, possibly, I will possibly need some magnets. Yes. I can't stop myself. I can't help it. I like overcomplicating my life. Just is what it is. Test. Okay, so that's not wide enough. All right, so what I wanted was a big disc so that I've got as much metal as possible inside the backplate, lending its strength, obviously. The problem is, I'm either going to have to cut with a flat saw across quite a considerable portion of this, or use a round cutting disc of some sort. This is a Dremel tool. And this one will not go deep enough. Or we make a custom saw. Is that overkill? No. I take it back. I take it back, there is no need. I remember stashing some, well, that's a cool custom nut. Stashing some of these, and they are slitting saw blades. They're just a little bit bigger than we need, which is great because that means that's not going to split out. So yeah, let's use this. It's such a good idea. Okay, the problem is I don't have the right arbor for this slitting saw. I can't find it. I own a tool shop. I have just loads of this sort of stuff, and for some reason we just don't have the right sized arbor. I don't have the time to make one. I can't not do this. So this is the arbor that I've got. It's the wrong size, but I can sort that out. Knock that off. There we go. That's that. That'll fit on there. Okay, I'm going to turn this washer down to make it into an adapter, and it will then fit inside. Woohoo! Success. That wasn't actually as long as I thought it would take. Dagnammit. Teeth in backwards. Okay, that's done. I even thought I'd thought about that. I've never done this before. Success. That's pretty damn cool, isn't it? Okay, I'm going to put it into the plate first, because that's the easier one to do. Yeah, and the other reason is once I've got that in there, I will be able to push this up against that, scribe the top of the line and know exactly the height it needs to be at. Okay, I'm leaving quite a lot of space at the top because I do want to do a little bit of carving. So I'm cutting, pulling that way, so I don't have any kickback. I do have a limit to how deep I can actually go, which isn't quite the full width of this, because there's a kick up there, or a ledge there. So I'm going to go as deep as I can, and then cut this to fit, and we'll see what happens. That's not going to move. The nut's in the center. That's moving freely, and I'm wearing protection. Let's do a test piece again quickly. It's all functioning as planned. Super glue and masking tape trick. Just so damn useful. That's pretty close. Not exactly square. I need to raise it up a fraction. A ruler. So we have the concept works. Obviously I couldn't go as deep as these, so I'm gonna have to cut these down and all of that. But that is after the finishing. Crikey. Or is it? I cannot leave without finishing this properly. So okay, basically these discs are going to have to come out during the finishing process, so they can't be permanently installed. They will be glued into one of the two sides, or maybe one into each of them, maybe, I don't know. But I'm going to figure out just how deep they actually go and remove I'm going to remove some material. So I should have done a slit all the way along really, but that would weaken it. So in order to have it as deep as possible, I need to go into the middle of where the cut was, which is there. Which means I'm going to need to cut these off quite a bit shorter really. So about there. Well, there we go.